Welcome back, everyone. Well, it was quite the shock this week when actor Luke Perry died at the age of 52 following a massive stroke. His death is highlighting just how sudden a stroke can strike. Now, according to the American Stroke Association, it's the fifth leading cause of death. But could a person's age play a factor in the risk of suffering one? KRIS 6 News reporter Jeremiah Marshall spoke with local doctors on how a stroke can affect the brain and what to do to protect yourself. He joins us now in the studio with more. And Jeremiah, I understand there are several different types of strokes.
Exactly, Paulo. Doctors we spoke to today say in general there are two types of strokes. First is the most common one, where the arteries in the brain are blocked by a blood clot. And the other is when the arteries in the brain burst, causing rapid bleeding. Doctors say this can happen to anybody.
Stroke can occur at any age. It's just not an event of the elderly.
Chris's Spawn Shoreline Stroke Medical Director Dr. Morgan Campbell III says he's seen an increase in the number of younger stroke patients coming into the hospital within the last 10 years.
We do see strokes in young people, so people in their 40s and 50s having strokes is actually very common. We also see people in their 20s or 30s having stroke. Less common, but it absolutely occurs.
Doctors say it's a person's health that could play a major role when leading up to a stroke.
Over the years, if you have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes, the arteries in the brain start to become narrowed or are thickened, and all those things predispose you to forming blood clots in the arteries. And as time goes on, so when you're older, those changes become more advanced the older you are, so you're more likely to have a stroke.
Dr. Campbell says strokes can occur suddenly, often with no warning signs. In fact, sometimes they can come with no pain at all, leaving the person unable to speak or use parts of their body. In some cases, even vision loss can occur. Dr. Campbell says the Be Fast method is an excellent way to stay alert for symptoms.
B stands for balance, so that'd be a sudden onset of balance difficulty or severe vertigo, the room spinning around in circles. E would be for eyes, so vision loss. F is for your face, if you have a facial droop. A would be arm, if your arm is weak, you can't raise your arm up. The S would be speech. It could be you have slurred speech, or you can't speak at all, or you're just speaking gibberish. And then T is for time, so it means time is brain and time to call 911.